Minister, it is now a major emerging issue that the added presence of biological males in, for example, women's prisons can also lead to an increased risk of sexual violence against women. Transgender women who have not undergone sex reassignment surgery or hormone therapy still have male genitalia and may pose a threat to female inmates in prisons. This can be a serious concern for the safety of female prisoners who may be vulnerable to sexual assault or harassment. Similarly, in women, changing rooms, bathrooms and other spaces that are designated for women only, the presence of biological males can make women feel extremely uncomfortable or even threatened. Women have a right to privacy and safety in these spaces, and the inclusion of biological males can compromise those rights. Therefore, it is important to highlight these growing risks and concerns in the overall context of this debate here today. It is important to acknowledge and address these concerns to ensure that the rights of all individuals are protected. Therefore, this raises two major questions for the government which have not yet been answered. What measures has the government taken to ensure the safety and privacy of women in sex-segregated spaces such as bathrooms, changing rooms, women's prisons and shelters, particularly in light of the increasing presence of biological males who identify as transgender in these spaces? How is the government addressing the concerns about the potential increases in sexual violence against women in these spaces? Over the past week, one particular case of sexual violence, which I will not mention specifically here, gained much coverage in the national and local media all across the country. In that context, it is important to note that allegations of sexual violence are a serious matter and should be taken seriously. Survivors of sexual violence often face significant barriers to coming forward, such as fear of retribution, victim blaming and stigma. It is essential that allegations of sexual violence are investigated thoroughly and impartially, and that survivors are provided with the support and resources they need to heal and recover. And another issue, and I've only 10 seconds left, is the sexual education in schools, which a lot of parents have major concerns over in this country. Have been in contact with me. Small young children being sexually educated, and I have very serious concerns, Minister. I'd like that we'd have a debate on this issue here going forward.